A clear and sunny night here in downtown Utica, Michigan, here at Jimmy John's Field for rodeo night here at the ballpark between the Utica Unicorns and the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. It's going to be a great one here tonight, folks. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's broadcast. I'm Alex Johnson. I have my partner here tonight, Dom Mancello, who's going to be on with me in just a few minutes. Should be a great one on our hands here tonight. But first, I just want to give a shout out to all the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Belfour Property Restoration, Budweiser, Corwell Health, Dave & Buster's, DTE Energy, Fifth Third Bank, Jarbcom Audio and Video Solutions, Jimmy John's, Macomb Community College, McLaren Macomb, McQuaid Heating and Cooling, Plumbing and Refrigeration, your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers, Pepsi, and United Wholesale Mortgage. Again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors who make this broadcast possible and the entire USPBL network going on strong all season long. I'd like to give a thank you to all of them who made this broadcast possible here tonight. On our hands, the Utica Unicorns and the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Take a look at the standings coming up here tonight. As we take a look at it here, the Utica Unicorns coming 22-19, a game and a half from first place behind the Westside Woolly Mammoths, who took down the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers and really took them out of the water in that one, 16-5 in that game. The Beavers had a 5-4 lead heading into the seventh inning, came back from a 4-0 deficit, but the 12 unanswered runs really put Westside in the driver's seat and really ran away with that victory here tonight as the Beavers come in 15-24. Coming off that tough loss last night, they made some defensive mistakes early on, but they were really happy coming into the clubhouse here today. Spoke with a lot of the guys, assistant head coach Nick Caruso. They're looking to bounce back here tonight and get in the win column, you know, after they've had a really strong second half to the season. And the guys in the clubhouse are all ready to go and feel really excited to get back out on the field and recover from that disappointing loss they had last night. And then for the Utica Unicorns, we haven't seen them in public in about a week. It was their 10-3 loss to the Eastside Diamondhoppers last Sunday afternoon, where they had a 3-2 lead going into the seventh, but the Hoppers scored 8 runs in the seventh inning to come away with a 10-3 victory over Utica. They beat Westside in a non-public game on Tuesday night, so they had a few days off, and they're back in action here today. Try to get within a game from Westside, who will play Eastside tomorrow afternoon. And it's been really good for Utica over the last few weeks. The offense has gone on strong. Guys coming into the lineup like Austin Ochoa, Jared Weber, Marcus T.T. Ali, Andre Demontrol, Patrick Baggett, and Ethan Kreisen, and all the guys from top to bottom have been really strong out of these last few weeks and putting themselves in really good position to take first place heading into the final week of the USPBL season. They got some games coming up as they will look to take care of business and hopefully get Westside, need some help from Westside to get them over that first place spot. Take a look at our starting pitchers here tonight as our pitcher comparison here, as it's going to be Logan Lee for the Utica Unicorns. He hasn't pitched since last Friday, so take a look at his numbers. He has a 2-0 record, 220 opposing batting average, a 24 innings pitch, 30 strikeouts compared to 13 walks. He has been really strong out of the Utica Unicorns rotation for Coach Jim Essien. As we take a look at his numbers from his last start on Friday, where he went 5 innings, let up 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. It took a no decision in that 8-6 loss to the Mammoths on Friday the 16th. And then for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, Coach John Diesel Dombrowski is sending out his ace, the softball Greg Lokinen, because he has some really impressive numbers, been one of the top pitchers in the league, 7-4 record in 77 innings pitched, 89 strikeouts compared to 29 walks. He is just 11 strikeouts away from having a 100 strikeout season. We're looking to see if he does that here tonight. And opposing batting average just around the same as Logan Lee's at 225. looking to make some history here tonight for Greg Lokenin. He feels really good. Had a chance to talk with him before the game. Looking to complete that accomplishment. He feels pretty good after his last start where he had a little bit of a bump. He was really strong for the most part against the same Unicorns team, but he allowed 2 long balls to Austin Ochoa early and then Jared Weber in the 7th inning, which unfortunately got him out of the game, but he retired 13 to 14 straight batters in that game from that stretch from late in the 1st to the 5th inning, and he's looking to have that same answer here tonight and really shut the Unicorns down. Really important game for both sides. The Unicorns trying to catch the Mammoths for first place, and the Beavers just trying to find ways to get back from that tough 16-5 loss where they had a really good chance to win the ball game late, but it fell out of their hands quickly and things got out of control. But they're looking to stay on track here tonight. It's going to be a good one here tonight. As you see the Beavers starting lineup being announced here tonight. It's going to be a packed house here at Jimmy John's Field. Fans are piling in into the ballpark. We'll have the Rochester High School Marching Band perform the national anthem tonight. And we've had marching bands around Macomb and Oakland County here over the last few weeks. Everyone has done phenomenal, and they're going to do a phenomenal job in just a few minutes performing our national anthem. As the Beavers, our lineup is getting wrapped up, and we're about to get ready to start the national anthem and the rest of the pregame festivities. We'll step aside for a moment, and we'll be back after this right here on the USPBL Network.
Is a locally owned and operated business. We're part of your community. At fsbcares.com, you'll find ways that we're making a difference by featuring locally owned and operated businesses, providing access to helpful financial resources, and engaging with community. fsbcares.com is part of our commitment to the neighborhood, because strong neighbors mean stronger communities. Where good neighbors do great things. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Andy Appleby. I'm the owner and CEO of the USPBL. We're a 4-team league. We play at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Tryon has a wealth of resources that we can tap into when unique HR issues arise, even including visa and immigration issues related to our players. Tryon has helped us to get our baseball season up and running every year and has made a difficult task much easier.
That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
The USPBL powered by UWM baseball games at Jimmy John's Field are the fun and family-friendly experience you won't want to miss. Entertainment every week, including Thirsty Thursdays, fireworks every Friday, live music Saturdays, and Sunday fun days for the kids. Kids run the bases after every game, and parking is always free. Come see the stars of the future at Jimmy John's Field. Get your tickets today at USPBL.com.
I'm Anthony Tomey, CEO of Tomey Group, and we're one of the largest Jimmy John franchisees in the country. With 50 Jimmy Johns and over 700 employees, it's a challenge to manage operations. What could possibly go wrong with owning 50 Jimmy Johns? People don't show up, equipment fail, run out of bread, no tomatoes, we need onions. Many different things can happen. Tryon allows us to really focus on the food and the operations of the restaurant.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
We build, Roads, bridges, wind farms and pipelines, schools to skyscrapers, our members create monuments. We operate. We're the operators and mechanics behind the advanced heavy machines that move Michigan forward. We maintain boilers and HVAC. Our members run the complex heating and cooling systems that we all depend on. Our training is second to none, and safety is our priority. We are Operating Engineers 324, and we keep Michigan running.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and discover the funner you hidden within you. The you that doesn't think about adult things and stuff. Ashley, I don't want to hear anything about your car registration when we're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
The you want to be. Let the Dave & Buster's method illuminate you. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
With a transforming world, we can see how drastically the world is heading towards automation. And so, we need 24/7 surveillance and security systems for our homes and businesses to avoid any theft or breach of privacy. JARPCOM brings the installation of security cameras to the tip of your fingers with our state-of-the-art mobile app. JARPCOM also provides surveillance monitoring of your entire property with flexible options that offer a dependable solution to be scaled to fit any domestic or commercial need. Contact JARPCOM today for a free estimate at 800-369-0374 or look us up on the web at jarpcom.com.
Everyone has something that motivates them to do better. And for me, that's my daughter Shelby. I named Shelby Construction Services after her as a reminder to always run the company in a way that would make her proud. Our goal isn't just to get the job done, but to get it done right. And that means making sure every customer has a 5-star experience. I think how a company treats you is just as important as the finished product. My daughter wouldn't have it any other way.
Call 833-6-SHELBY. That's 833-6-SHELBY.
It's game time here at the ballpark here at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Between the Utica Unicorns and the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Alex Johnson and my partner Don Manchella on the call here tonight. Let's take a look at the Utica Unicorns batting order submitted by head coach Jim Essien, coming in with a record of 22-19, second place in the USPBL this season. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off in left field will be Marcus T.T. Ali, who has been really strong since coming over into the league. He'll be followed by the first baseman Cody Hanna, then Austin Ochoa. Batting third, playing third. In the cleanup spot, Jared Weber in right. Then will be followed by Andre Demetral at second base. Kyle Schmack, the DH, bat sixth. Patrick Baggett, the leader on this team, over at shortstop. Batting seventh, Ethan Kreisen behind the dish once again for the Unicorns, bats eighth. And running out the lineup is Sam Baduris in center field. They'll be facing Greg Lokanen on the bump for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, and he has been phenomenal here this season. Down those numbers say everything for itself. And take a look at the strikeouts, 89 on the season, just 11 away from clinching 100 on the season.
You know, seeing how he was pitching last week or the last time he was out on the mound, he looked fairly dominant, and no one was going to be able to touch him. I'm looking very forward to seeing if he can reach that century mark here today, striking out 11 corns.
Yeah, 7-4 record, 77 innings pitch, and a 3.39 ERA is just really strong for him. That's really impressive numbers, and he's making himself his case to be the pitcher of the year here in this league.
Oh, 100%. Definitely the backbone of this Beaver pen. This pitching rotation.
As we take a look at the defensive alignment here for the the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, presented by Three Dimensional Services Group. You got Blake Bean in left, Chase Rodriguez in center, Pablo Ruiz in right, and then in the infield, Vasily Kaludis at third, Ben Wilcoxon at short, Matt Piotrowski at second, Joe Burke at first, and behind the dish, Ranko Stevanovic. Can we show the Beavers defense after the first batter? As we have the Rochester High School Marching Band as they're looking to get off the field. As we take a look at his last start, it was against the same Unicorns back on the 17th, which was the Unicorns won a sudden death game. He went 6 1/3 innings. He let up 5 hits, 4 runs, both of them on 2 long balls by Austin Ochoa and Jared Weber. He had 1 walk and 6 strikeouts in the game. So we'll see what he does here tonight as Marcus T.T. Alihi swings at the first pitch at 7:05 and an 89-mile-per-hour fastball.
Luukkonen starting off strong. He's going to command that fastball in the zone today.
0-1 gets a foul piece. Luukkonen will throw his four-seamer about 51% of the time. He has a breaking ball that's really nasty, a changeup, and a slider. So a 4-pitch mix with a man out of Berkeley, Michigan, and Georgia Gwinnett College. That one just missed upstairs. 3 straight fastballs to start T.T. Ali'i, who's coming in with a 346 average on the season. Has been really strong coming over to the Unicorns. And a really nasty pitch on the breaking ball.
10 away from 100, Alex. 10 away from 100 for Luukkonen. Off to a good start.
That 78-mile-per-hour breaking ball just really shut down T.T. Ali'i. As now Cody Hanna steps in.
He's one of the new faces for the Unicorns.
This is just his 5th game in the league, as that one takes a bounce off the glove of Ranko Stevanovic, who had the night off last night but came in as a pinch hitter. As you take a look at the Rochester High School Marching Band walking over to their seats in right field, they did a phenomenal job performing the national anthem here tonight.
I know I heard him on my way up. I love all the festivities that Jimmy John's Field is able to hold pregame, during the game, and after the game.
2-0 count here on Cody Hanna. Luukkonen sets and misses outside again with a breaking ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Hanna, 286 average. Did have an RBI last week. A few inches off the plate, but gets the benefit of the call. Greg Luukkonen to make it 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, Cody Hanna kind of looking back at the umpire after that one, wondering where that one clipped.
3-1 pitch on the way. Foul tipped into the glove of Stevanovic, and he's run the count full.
And this has become very normal for Luukkonen on the mound. He's going to fight in counts. He's going to work it. He's going to work it all the way back until he can find a way to get you out.
Payoff pitch coming. Did he go around? No, he did not. Hanna will take his base. Can we show defense? As Austin Shaw will step in. Sent him deep in his last time out against him in that first inning. No problem. Takes a big swing and a miss on the curveball.
Austin Ochoa is leading this Unicorn team with the highest average of hitting 273 here on the season.
It's been really impressive. Had 2 home runs last weekend, one of them against Luukkonen, where he got a hanging breaking ball. This time he pops this one up into right.
Oh,
beautiful. And they get the play, and it drops out of Joe Burke's glove. And they're going to call that a foul ball.
Wow. If he kept that in his glove, man, that would have been a beautiful play. But luckily for him and the Beavers, they catch a break there as the umpire calls it foul.
Hey, he's making a basket catch. That was a difficult play by Burke. It just went in and out of his glove. As you saw Hanna was saying at first, he was going to go to second.
Especially with that sun kind of peeking over right into shallow right center field out there. Or just right field.
They catch a break. 0-2 pitch on the ground, foul.
The hit and run was on there. Hanna's going to return back to first base. These Unicorns, Alex, they're going to keep fighting. They always work counts. They're not going to go down. Luukkonen's up 0-2 on him, but you know how Ochoa has been hitting this year. He's not going to go down 3 straight just without a fight.
See what he does here. 0-2 pitch coming. Skies this one in the air again. Into shallow right. Going to be a long run, but it's going to be foul as Pablo Ruiz is taking care of the duties in right after Ray Hilbrick has been over there the last few nights.
They're getting their steps in on the right side of the infield and the outfield already.
So 0-2. Looking and will throw it over the first, and standing up is Coney Hanna. Looking to get sets. Pitching from the third base side of the rubber. Throws again. Lines this one in the left and drops it in for a base hit.
The hot hitting bat of Ochoa is going to keep on trucking as another base hit gets a guy into scoring position with Weber stepping up to the plate. Great piece of hitting.
That was a breaking ball right down Main Street.
Yeah, and Logan doesn't usually leave that one hanging out. I think even the last time when Ochoa took him deep in the last game that they faced each other, he did hang that off speed, and he did not miss both times. This one just stays in the ballpark.
There's another guy who hit a home run off him. It's Jared Weber. 27 RBIs and 5 homers for him on the season. The man out of Crawfordsville, Florida. Played at Florida A&M, Division I school. And he's quickly fallen behind 0-2.
Logan is laboring a little bit. Already at 17 pitches here in the first frame with only one gone. Hopefully he's looked to retire Weber real fast.
Takes a look at second. Sets and throws. A half swing rolled foul.
It almost looked like he was protecting his shin there without wearing any padding down there. It looked like it was going right at his lower region.
He just stays alive.
I think he was in between swings there. He was in between deciding if he wanted to and just couldn't pull that bat back, and luckily he was able to poke it foul.
Trying to elevate that pitch count even more. This one on the ground, right over to Kalutis. They'll try to turn a double play, and they cannot to only get one. Fielder's choice. Going to be a 5-4 on the play as Cody Hanna goes to third and Ochoa is out at second. Andre Demetrov will step in now with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Let's take a look at this again as Kalutis is able to pick it up cleanly. He gets it over to Piotrowski at second, but the throw over to Burke was late as Weber was able to beat out the throw. Demetrov hitting .239 on the season. Played out of Northern Illinois University. Local guy, went to Stony Creek High School. One of the 3 high schools in the Rochester area.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this local guy, you mentioned him.
Yeah. He's looking for his 13th RBI here with runner at third base. Very dependable fielder. Looking to get something done early in the first inning, put the Unicorns on top.
Yeah, but a reliable guy. Hits it on the ground to Kalutis, trying to make the backhanded play. Long throw over the
Beautiful play.
And they got him, yes. Impressive work over there at third base by Vasily Kalutis to take away a base hit from Andre Demetrov and a run from the Unicorns. As we take a look at that one more time just before we go to break. Really deep throw from Kalutis to throw Burke out to get him out. We head to the bottom of the first, no score. We'll be back after this here on the USPBL Network.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank. And some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
Welcome back, everyone. Get ready to start the home half of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Beavers starting lineup, see what John Dabrowski is bringing to the table here, as they're coming in with a record of 15-24 on the season after last night's loss to the Mammoths. Leading off will be the shortstop, Ben Wilcoxon. He's been at the top for the majority of the season. Will be followed by Blake Bean, who jumps up to the second spot in the lineup, batting left over in left field. Matt Piotrowski drops down one spot to the 3-hole, still over at second base. Ray Hilbrick is your DH and the cleanup hitter. That'll be followed by Pablo Ruiz, who's been in the 9th spot over the last few nights. He's in right field batting 5th. It'll be followed by Joe Burke, who goes from the cleanup spot last night to the 6th spot here tonight at first base. They'll be followed by Chase Rodriguez in center field. Rocco Savanovic is back behind the dish, batting 8th and catching. And rounding out the lineup is that guy who just made that play over at third base, Vasily Kaludis. Logan Lee will get the start for Coach Jim Messian and the Unicorns. He did okay in his last outing. He did allow 5 runs against the Mammoths last Friday the 16th. Still has a really strong record, 2-0 record on the season, 24 innings pitched, has a 3.38 ERA. As the first pitch to Wilcoxon is fouled off. 30 strikeouts, 13 walks for Lee. Wilcoxon was 0 for 2 in last night's game with a walk and a run scored. Suns are on the ground, right over to Patrick Baggett. He'll throw it over to the first baseman tonight, Cody Hanna, for the out.
Patrick Baggett is very reliable over there at shortstop. Usually always gets the nod to take the field and always makes beautiful plays.
Now Blake Bean will step in. He was in the 5th spot last night, 0 for 3. So take a look at the three-dimensional services group defense for the Utica Unicorns. Marcus Titiali'i in left, Sam Baduris in center, Jared Weber in right. And then you got Austin Ochoa at third, Patrick Beckett at short, Andre Dementral at second, Cody Hanna at first, and Ethan Kreisen behind the dish once again for the Unicorns, catching for Logan Lee rather. Foul tipped, 1-1 on Blake Bean.
Logan Lee very much relies on that fastball, if not going to flip in that slider every now and then.
Yeah, he has his four-seamer and his slider used the majority of the time. They'll throw it as Bean sends this one out deep into right. Going all the way back is Jared Weber, and that one is gone. Blake Bean with a bomb out to right center, and the Beavers have a 1-0 lead.
Blake Bean delivering early for the Beavers with a beautiful left-handed swing, sending those kids chasing after that baseball.
101 miles an hour off the bat of that fastball at 89. Just sent it over the head of Weber. Just blasted that baseball as the ball got thrown back out.
This is definitely first. I've never seen this happen here.
A delay as Logan Lee was about to throw, and yeah, he just ripped that baseball. Home run number 3 on the year for Bean is Matt Piotrowski, who was 4 for 4 last night, continues his hitting ways. 5 straight singles over the last 2 days.
He's a hitting machine, man. He finds the holes in the outfield and the infield. He's a professional hitter out there. Perfect for the 3 spot for the Beavers.
This is exactly what the Beavers needed. Last night, the first inning, it was rough. 2 errors in the game. They had 2 miscues. One of them, official error, and then the play when Kobe Seltzer walked before it as Ray Hilbrick skies this one into shallow center moving over is TTLE for the second out of the inning. But it was a rough inning. Elevated Sam Bass's pitch count to 44. Ortega made an error over at third base. And then Seltzer skied a pop-up right behind home plate as Tyler Shin was behind the dish last night, and Joe Burke were going for it, and it dropped right in front of them. And that kept the inning going a little bit more. So a different story for the Beavers here tonight, and they needed this, being in the driver's seat to start the ball game and not putting themselves in a hole early.
Definitely both offensively and defensively. We already saw that beautiful play at the end of the top half, and now they're already on the board here. They're looking to kind of forget about yesterday's troubles and look to take an early lead and hold on to it in this game.
Pablo Ruiz moves up to the 5th spot. We saw him bat 9th the last few nights. Something different that Coach John Dombrowski wants to do. Move guys up or down in the lineup, as Ruiz is down 0-2. Fans enjoying themselves here tonight. It's rodeo night at the ballpark. Also got a band out there tonight at the Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union by St. John Smith. We'll be showing him and everything that's going on here at the ballpark on this rodeo night.
You know, through 22 games thus far, Pablo Ruiz is hitting .280, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, 21 hits. He's making his presence known for this team, who's struggling a little bit in the standings.
On the ground foul. He spent his time over 3 colleges in Florida, most recently at Kaiser University, one of the top schools in the NAIA. Played at Central Florida and South Florida as well, 2 Division I programs. But the .280 average and the 3 homers and 12 RBIs that's coming over into the league is still really good for him. And a key piece to this resurgence of the Beavers is that one drops in front of Kreisen, but keeping Piotrowski over at first. 1-2 with 2 outs. 1-0 lead for the Beavers, thanks to the home run by Blake Bean for his 3rd on the year. Lee sets and throws on a 1-2, and that one hits Ruiz.
Just got away from him. Not intentional at all, as we see a replay right here. Looks like he just released it a little bit too late, or even slipped right out of his hands. Darted right on his shoulder.
Yeah, I was going for the fastball. Lost control of it. Keeps the inning going for Joe Burke. Burke was 0 for 4 in last night's contest. Struck out twice in the ball game. As Nate Blaine kept him quiet. Starter for the Mammoths last night. Always good to have some ice cream out here at the ballpark. Not many summer days left here. Winding down the season, and summer's coming to an end. People going back to school, and it just really flew by.
Still great to see that people are still coming on down to Jimmy John's Field here in Utica. Packed house for the Unicorns versus Beavers.
2-0 count. Outside 3-0. These two teams taking home all the championships since the league began in 2016. The Unicorns with 5, Beavers with 3. It's been a really good rivalry between these two teams.
Burke was given that green light, man. 3-0 fastball down the middle, and he wanted to deposit it.
Lee looks at second and throws, and he misses that one outside with the fastball, and he loads the bases for Chase Rodriguez.
Bases full of Beavs.
Yesterday, they had the bases loaded in the first inning, stranding them all. Looking to add on more to this lead. And over to the man, to Chase Rodriguez. the man out of Las Vegas, really came to life when he put on that Beavers uniform last month.
Yeah, throughout his time here in the USPBL, hitting .339 with 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. Offensive machine.
Lead throws, swings and misses. Went off speed that time. 0-2. Went with that slider piece. About to throw his 21st pitch. 0-2 with the fastball, low and inside. Both teams wearing their road uniforms here tonight. Unicorns in purple with the gray pants. Beavers with the blue uniforms with their white pinstripes. As Chase Rodriguez goes down swinging, the Beavers lead them loaded, but they do get 1 run on the board thanks to Blake Bean's solo blast into right center. And it's 1-0 Beavers over the Unicorns as we head to the second inning on rodeo night here at Jimmy John's Field. We'll step aside and we'll be back for your home of USPBL baseball.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
With a transforming world, we can see how drastically the world is heading towards automation. And so, we need 24/7 surveillance and security systems for our homes and businesses to avoid any theft or breach of privacy. JARPCOM brings the installation of security cameras to the tip of your fingers with our state-of-the-art mobile app. JARPCOM also provides surveillance monitoring of your entire property with flexible options that offer a dependable solution to be scaled to fit any domestic or commercial need. Contact JARPCOM today for a free estimate at 800-369-0374 or look us up on the web at jarpcom.com.
Second inning we go here at Jimmy John's Field. 1-0 lead for the Beavers over the Unicorns. Blake Bean's solo bomb is a difference maker so far as Greg Lokinen gets back on the bump. He threw 1 strikeout. That was the first batter of the game to Marcus Titi Ali'i. He'll face Kyle Schmack, Patrick Baggett, and Ethan Kreisendam here to start the second frame. And it's had some confidence now with the early support by the Beavers. They did leave them loaded.
Yeah, you definitely got to think that with Lokinen on the mound, they're ready and they feel a little bit better, knowing that he's working with the lead here with how dominant he's been.
He threw 22 pitches in that first inning. Trying to lower that here, but knows what's at stake for him here tonight as Kyle Schmack fouls off the first pitch he sees. Schmack hitting .235 on the season in 22 games played, has a home run and 11 RBIs. As he sends this one way up in the air to center. Routine play for Chase Rodriguez, who was busy out there last night as he retires Schmack for the first out of the inning.
Good swing, just got a little bit underneath it.
Patrick Baggett now steps in. Hitting .242 on the season. The man out of Blairsville, Georgia. Brings a lot of energy to the clubhouse for the Unicorns. Does a lot here, working here on his off days with the USPBL, and a lot of the guys in general give back, to the league and helping out with the certain parts of the game, either with the grounds crew or concessions. This one on the ground, tapped foul right over to Assistant coach Pat Adams of the Unicorns, former player in this league a few years ago.
Yeah, Patrick Baggett out here, he's been on the field the most out of any Unicorn at 41 games.
0-2, just missed upstairs with a fastball. Lokinen thought he had him. He'll try again. 1-2 pitch coming. On the ground, foul again. Beavers on the board. Back in the first inning, home run by Blake Bean if you're just joining us. Unicorns trying to answer. 1-2 pitch coming. Went breaking ball below the knees. Good stop by Stefanovic. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If there was a guy that the Beavers do not want on the base paths, it is Patrick Baggett. Leads the team with stolen bases at 13.
2-2 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. Strikeout number 2 on the night for Greg Lokinen. Went fastball right down Main Street. Baggett couldn't get really anything off as he tips it right into Stefanovic's glove. Ethan Kreisen steps in now. The everyday catcher for the Unicorns. 257 average for him, for the man out of Murray State. First pitch high for ball 1. Fans out in right field, out with their blankets on the berm, enjoying themselves here on this Saturday night. Popped up but out of play. Kreisen's another guy. Does a lot of work behind the dish. Went 3 games straight last weekend. Doing his duty as he hits it on the ground. Third base side to Will Coxon. Gets it over to Joe Burke in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Greg Lokinen. He threw 11 pitches in that inning. Really good for him as we head to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Beavers here on the USPBL Network.
Check your checking. If your account doesn't get you pumped, amped, or geeked, make the switch to Genius Checking from Genesis Credit Union. It's just genius.
We're the financial champion of Michiganders. Whether you're a goal-getter or dream chaser, an empty nester, or up-and-comer, anyone in Michigan can bank with us. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
When it's time for baseball, it's time for beer. Two Hearted Ale has been named the #1 beer in America for the past 4 years by members of the American Homebrewers Association. Play ball with the best. Two Hearted Ale, the iconic American IPA from Bell's Brewery, Comstock, Michigan. Please drink responsibly. Bottom of the second we go here on rodeo night here at Jimmy John's Field. Alex Johnson and Don Minchilla here with you on the call. Unicorns looking to recover after allowing the home run to Blake Bean in the last inning. Logan Lee gets back on the bump, looking for a quicker inning of work. He faced 7 batters in that frame. He allowed a couple hits. He did leave the bases loaded, limited the damage, which is the positive thing you could take out of it. But you got to be able to work efficiently here moving forward, as they'll face 8, 9, and 1 due up.
Yeah, starting with Ronco, he's also been heating up at the plate recently.
Average has gone up to 240 for him on the season. The man out of Chicago, Illinois, played Division III ball at North Park University. 2-0 pitch. Went off speed, foul. With a breaking pitch. Stefanovic had the night off last night, came as a pinch hitter in the last inning of the ball game. It was Tyler Shin behind the dish. And a nasty pitch that just missed inside.
Yeah, at that point, the Beavers were already down by a plethora of runs. They're just looking to get a new face up there.
It goes back with a fastball, and Stefanovic goes after it and misses. Full count on Ronko Stefanovic. Lee into his windup. Drills this one out into center, but on the line. Gets it on the line right over to Sam Baduras for the out.
Just like we were saying, he's been making some pretty solid contact as of late. Although that one resulted in an out, he cannot be ashamed with that swing right there.
Yeah, I can't blame him. It was a great pitch right down the heart of the plate. And Baduras was able to make the catch and be in the right spot. Vasily Kaludis made that excellent play over at third. That ended the first inning to get Andre Demetral out. Took away an RBI as well for the Unicorns. Outside, 1-1.
That play he made was almost as nice as his shoes that he's wearing.
Now those yellow cleats really stand out. He goes out into left. Again, sends it right over to Marcus Titiali'i.
This is the kind of inning that you touched on Logan Lee needing, Alex. He's already got 2 quick outs, and now he's ready to face the top of the lineup again.
Ben Wilcoxon grounded to Baggett on 2 pitches his first time up. Goes fastball right in the heart of the plate. And Wilcoxon sends it down foul.
Still looking for that first blast. Although that is a little out of his game. He's more of an on-base kind of guy.
0-2. Just missed upstairs, 1-2 on the 90-mile-per-hour fastball. He does the little things, gets himself on base, swings for contact.
Passes the baton.
Goes foul again. What you got to have at the leadoff spot. He was a guy that was batting near the bottom of the order last season, worked his way up this season to be in the leadoff spot, and he deserves it. He deserves everything he does. And Coach Diesel Dombrowski has to be pleased with that.
He's always been the kind of player that's going to spray the ball. He's not going to just pull or always push it to one side. He's going to go with the pitch.
He works his way, battles the pitchers, strikes out rarely. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Up next will be Bean. Well, Coxon gets back in the box. Lee gets into his windup and throws 2-2. Up high, ball 3.
Just like we were saying, he works the count. He's going to make that pitcher work. He's not going to go down easy.
Payoff pitch coming and hits him. Went fastball, and it got him. Second hit batter for Logan Lee tonight.
almost similarly in the same spot as well. Just looks like he just pulled it, just yanked it a little bit. Maybe the release point on that fastball, that inside fastball, is not what the doctor ordered so far through 2 innings of work for Logan Lee.
Now Blake Bean did damage on Lee his first time up. Will Coxon thought about moving over to second. He was dancing his way around. He was inching his way to second, decided to put on the brakes and go back. You gotta be careful over there. Gotta keep an eye on him if you're Lee. It's a strike call. Sends one right up to Demichal on one hop. Throws over to Hannah to retire the side. So the hit batter does no harm for Logan Lee, but the Beavers still have a 1-0 advantage over the Utica Unicorns after 2 here on the USPBL Network.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and reset our life around zapping stuff and cheering for stuff with your friends. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
Fifth Third Extra Time helps you do you better. So kick back and relax. You have extra time to avoid overdraft fees. Fifth Third Extra Time. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
Third inning we go here at Jimmy John's Field on rodeo night. So 1-0 lead for the Beavers over the Unicorns. Greg Lokinen gets back on the bump. Had a 1-2-3 inning his last time up. He'll face Sam Baduras, Marcus Titi Ali, and Cody Hanna here on this frame. And it's been a good recovery for Lokinen. He allowed 4 runs in his last outing, both of them on home runs. Looking to keep the Unicorns in check here tonight after having a week off. He does some stuff, getting practicing throughout the week, but is ready to go. Maduras hitting .227 on the season. A couple of home runs and 11 RBIs for him. Has improved offensively as that one bounces in front of Savanovic. 2 balls and no strikes. Glad to have you with us. Alex Johnson, Don Manchella on the call here with you. And I want to see what the Unicorns can do to Lokinen through the second time through the lineup. Only gotten 1 hit off of him so far. Like to be more aggressive here if you're the Unicorns. 2-1 pitch. Got him there with a breaking ball.
Got him out in front, too. I think he was sitting fastball there. Swing was way early.
We'll see what he does here on the 2-2. He went fastball that time. Got a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Punch out number 3 on the night for Lokinen.
Strikeouts have become very normal for Lokinen on the bump as he punches out his 3rd batter already as he's chasing down that century mark. 100 strikeouts on the season.
Back to the top of the order for Marcus TTLE. Struck out Sweeney his first time up.
This is another guy who's come into the lineup as of late and has been an immediate difference maker.
It's been really fun to watch. His 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. Just take a look at the scoreboard here at Jimmy John's Field. A .346 average. So it's on the ground foul. Came over from Arizona Christian University, part of the NAIA. Was there for 3 seasons. Had 375, 26 homers, and 89 RBIs in his final season there. 3-1 as that one goes inside of him.
Yeah, and he's continued that success, just brought it right on over to Utica, Michigan, and helping these Unicorns hopefully chase down first place with a little bit of time left.
3-1 pitch coming. He sends this one out way deep. No doubt about this one. Long gone over the Chevrolet Pavilion. That was a towering home run, and we are tied up at 1. Marcus Titi Ali. .403 feet, and the exit velocity 107 miles an hour.
Immediate difference maker. Titi Ali ties this ball game, baby. We've got a game, Alex.
Very good. Blake Bean just sat there. He couldn't do nothing about it. Cody Hanna on the first pitch. Drops one in the center, and the Unicorns have some life.
Lokenen's not used to getting hit around like this. Already giving up a long ball, and now he's got some traffic on the base. He's going to work out of the stretch.
That went 403 feet. Has to be one of the longest home runs we've seen all season long.
100%.
Well, we saw home runs in the Derby this past July, and the fans are looking for it. It went way behind the pavilion.
I wish I had a laser pointer for him to show him where it's at.
They're looking all over.
As far as we're concerned, we don't even know if it hit the ground. It could still be flying.
It just went a very long way.
That's some raw power right there.
Yeah, that fastball just got him. Now Ochoa skies this one into shallow center, and that was going to drop in. Bloop single for Austin Ochoa. And these Unicorns, they have put on a lot of power here. 3 straight hits. And now Lokenen's going to be talking with Savanovic. The fastball hasn't been working. Too far for Rodriguez to get to that one. He was playing really deep on Ochoa. I can't blame him based on the power that he's had over the last few games. Don't expect him to hit a shallow blooper into center field.
No, definitely not. It was also a great read by Hanna. He was inching his way closer to second base until he knew that Baduras was not going to make that play. Oh, no, excuse me. Oh, my gosh. Rodriguez, I apologize.
This is the inning the Unicorns needed. That second time for the lineup, I was saying, they have to make those adjustments. They're beginning on him with that fastball. He's been going after it. We might need to see him throw his other pitches. That change up on that slider, we don't really see that a lot from him. So first and second, 1 out, and that one gets by Savanovic. Both runners move up 90 feet. Don't see many wild pitches thrown by Lokenen. As we take a look at the replay, Dom, as it got into the glove of Savanovic, I'm not sure if Savanovic could pick it up cleanly. It could be a pass ball too, as it just was trying to scoop it up with Savanovic, but then it went by him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Ronco's usually a wall behind that plate, so it looks like that it just squeaked right by him.
Foul tipped in the glove for Weber. As the count reached 3-1.
Weber's a dangerous hitter out there, looking to drive in the Ducks on the pond. Runners at second and third.
Throws one right into the inside corner. Demetrol would be next. But you would like to take the lead here with your cleanup guy at the plate. Inside, just missed, ball 4. Was a few inches off the plate. Was similar to the last pitch, but I think just it was a few inches off more. And I think that's the right call. Lokinen, was given his case.
No, I agree. He's probably just asking the home plate umpire just how far in he's allowed to go before he's starting to get a little pinched.
He's in a tough spot as Demetrol skies one into center. Rodriguez will make the catch. Looking to score with no problem as it gets cut off. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly for Demetrol. Unicorns take the lead. Onihana touches home plate.
Did exactly what you need to do there. He's got to put the ball in play, put it deep enough into the outfield for an easy jog home. 2-1 Unicorns.
Batter number 7 coming up for the Unicorns this inning. Kyle Schmack flew out to Rodriguez his last time up. The pitch count's already at 54. Now 55 rather for Lokinen. And you really wanted him to go at least 6, ideally 7, maybe 8 innings. Like we saw Carter Fitzpatrick of the Mammoths, who was dealing with 13 strikeouts. Banks went 6 innings, struck out 10 on Thursday. And for the Beavers, it's been tough for them. Brett Irwin got pulled out early in the ball game on Wednesday after allowing 5 runs. Sam Bass only went 5 innings after that long first inning as Schmack sends this one out into right. Ruiz back at the warning track, able to make the catch. Really close to that one being carried out. He throws that one into the stands for a lucky fan to take home. And that's going to be our 5th third bank, 5th third out of the game. Pablo Ruiz keeps the game close right there at the warning track as it's 2-1 Unicorns after the home run by Titi Ali'i. That went a long way, and then a sac fly by Andre Demetrol. And now it's time for JJ, the star of the show, as he takes on water boy duties. Head over to our infield umpire, giving him some water. JJ, the water boy, always sponsored by Michigan First Credit Union. He'll get himself a nice treat for all the hard work he does night in and night out here at the ballpark.
That's such a good boy. Good boy, JJ.
We're going to head back, and we'll be back in just a little bit for the bottom of the 3rd right here on the USPBL Network. Don't go anywhere.
Andy Appleby. I'm the owner and CEO of the USPBL. We're a 4-team league. We play at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Tryon has a wealth of resources that we can tap into when unique HR issues arise, even including visa and immigration issues related to our players. Tryon has helped us to get our baseball season up and running every year and has made a difficult task much easier.
That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
2-1 lead for the Unicorns heading into the home half of the 3rd inning. Marcus Titi Ali'i with a long solo blast over the Chevrolet Pavilion and a sac fly by Andre Demetrol in the last inning. Exactly what the Unicorns needed after just a tough first 2 innings as Greg Loken looked like he was dealing, getting himself into a groove, and then bam, the Unicorns got on him.
It's going to be a competitive game. These guys are not going to give away any of their at-bats. They know what they're all fighting for. Since every team's going to make it to the playoffs, they wanted to showcase off what they've got.
Absolutely, Tom, as you make a good point, as Piotrowski takes a breaking ball over down into the concourse on the 3rd base side. Pietrowski has been on a tear as of late. Just getting himself on base, and especially for these guys, want to take advantage of every single at-bat they have left here this season before comes playoff time, and everything means something to them, and want to be able to take home the trophy at the end of the night in 2 weeks. Pietrowski takes this one for a ride out into right center, but able to track it down is Sam Baduras.
And the hit streak will end at 5. Great play out there in center.
Yeah, Baduras had to go a long way for that one. 363 feet to track that one down. So it gives up to now Ray Hilbrook, who flew out to center his last time up.
This is another guy in the Beavers lineup that's pushed himself over to a 300 batting average.
Yeah, he was hovering around 270, 280 for a few weeks.
He's just too good, Alex.
And he was the batting champion last season for a reason. But he strikes out on 3 pitches. And that's the second punch out for Lee here tonight. Got him with a fastball, 91. Outside part of the plate and got him. Pablo Ruiz steps in. Hit by pitch his first time up. Coming over from West Palm Beach, Florida. Takes the first pitch and popped way up. Right side of the infield. Andre Demontraw calling for it. Able to make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Logan Lee as he shuts down the Beavers' heart of the order. Heading to the 4th, Unicorns still up by 1. This is your home for U.S. PBL baseball on rodeo night.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
We're off to the 4th inning here at Jimmy John's Field. 2-1 lead for the Unicorns over the Beavers here on this Saturday night here on the U.S. PBL Network. Alex Johnson, Don Manchella here with you. And it's been a really good game so far through the first third. As you see, the Unicorns able to get back after the Beavers got onto them early with the Blake Bean home run. Then Marcus Titi Ali responded with a long home run of his own. And then Andre Demontraw getting a sac fly for the Unicorns to put themselves ahead here early on in this ball game. And we'll see what Loken does here. What adjustments does he have to make to keep the score where it's at?
I just think he's got a good fastball. Just unfortunately, so far, he's just been leaving it over the heart of the plate, and these Unicorns have just been finding holes in the defense.
Swings and misses is Patrick Baggett, who struck out his first time. And we know how good Loken is. We've seen it all season long. Right up there with Pierce Banks, Nate Blaine, Carter Fitzpatrick the other night as Patrick Baggett goes down swinging on 3 pitches. And it wasn't a drop third strike as Baggett was running to first.
Yeah, you might be able to catch the home plate umpire throwing up his hand, indicating that he caught that ball and he's out right there. Boom, right on cue.
And he didn't want him think going to first place, and the Beavers not paying attention. It didn't look like at an R angle. He was just trying to get himself for next time. As this one's way up in the air. Kalutis is calling everyone off, and he's right at the mound to make the catch.
Those are some pretty hard plays, especially when the sun starts to go down, that ball in the wind. Good concentration, good focus by Kalutis over there at third base, moving in close to the pitcher's bump.
Yeah, calling everyone off to make that play. And I didn't see the infield fly hand come up from the umpire, so you had to make the catch. Because oftentimes you see it from the umpire, they'll put that up in the air. Signaling it's an infield fly, but ought to be able to be in the right position to do so. And it's not always a guarantee.
100%. But like we touched on in the pregame, these guys, the Beavers needed to have some sharp defense, kind of erasing the memory of yesterday.
Fouled off of Baduras. 1 and 2 on him, and Baduras gets back in the box. Loken gets into his motion. Outside with the breaking ball, 2 and 2.
Runs it even, too. It's been, so far, the 2 quick outs, but Baduras is giving him a fight here at the plate.
Looking to do that again. He fouls that one off to the screen. These Unicorns have been battling here. Give credit to Coach Jim Essian and Pat Adams. Both have a lot of knowledge of the game and have gotten these Unicorns back on track as Lokinen sits down Baduras. And that is the 5th punch out for Lokinen here tonight. He goes down 1-2-3 for the second inning here for him here tonight as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-1 Unicorns on the USPBL Network.
I'm Anthony Tomey, CEO of Tomey Group, and we're one of the largest Jimmy John franchisees in the country. With 50 Jimmy Johns and over 700 employees, it's a challenge to manage operations. What could possibly go wrong with owning 50 Jimmy Johns? People don't show up, equipment fail, run out of bread, no tomatoes, we need onions. Many different things can happen. Tryon allows us to really focus on the food and the operations of the restaurant.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Everyone has something that motivates them to do better. And for me, that's my daughter Shelby. I named Shelby Construction Services after her as a reminder to always run the company in a way that would make her proud. Our goal isn't just to get the job done, but to get it done right. And that means making sure every customer has a 5-star experience. I think how a company treats you is just as important as the finished product. My daughter wouldn't have it any other way.
Call 833-6-SHELBY. That's 833-6-SHELBY.
Take a look at the USPBL dance team on rodeo night. A Western theme here at the ballpark tonight. Alex Johnson, Don Minchella with you. Got country music up by St. John Smith out at the Michigan Schools and Government Soundstage. We got mutton busting we've had throughout the course of the ballpark. It's been really fun to watch here, but entertaining for these fans coming out here on this Saturday night. It'll be Burke, Rodriguez, and Stevanovic here in this inning.
Country music, baseball, and a nice crowd. Recipe for success on a Saturday.
It's been a lot of fun here. Got to see 2 long balls, 1 on each side, being for the Beavers and TTLE for the Unicorns. Not sure if any fan has found TTLE's ball yet. He's just been special coming over from the league, and those 26 home runs he had at Arizona Christian. See, a lot of guys have had success, a lot of power. We saw that with Drew Fleming, who hit nearly 30 in his final year at Concordia Ann Arbor this season, and seen a lot of talent from top to bottom and every regard. Guys in the top of the order, the bottom of the order. As Burke, this one way up in the air on the third base side, Ochoa makes the catch. Well, let's take a look at this again by TTLE. An absolute missile that went over the Chevrolet Pavilion, as you can see right there, went 403 feet.
Yeah, I don't know if fans are going to be able to get past some of the employee-only restricted areas back there, but maybe someone from concessions picked it up and was going to walk away with a souvenir.
Check swing foul by Rodriguez, and it's been happy to see guys like that. You know, that was an absolute missile. 107 miles an hour off the bat. That's just incredible to see. We've seen guys sit around 100 to 102 off the bat, but 107.
He just got all of it. That's all it was. Plain and simple. He felt nothing off that bat. All he had to do is just everyone on the field was just looking. They knew it was gone.
Yeah, Blake Bean just watched as this one's right behind third base into the grass. Ochoa again gets the second straight pop out.
He's getting in those reps of catching those high fly balls in the infield, making it look easy.
2 gone for Ranko Stevanovic as JJ picks up the bat and takes over to the Beavers dugout. Fans always love him when he picks up the bat and swings and misses as Stevanovic on the off speed. And Lee has settled down after that first inning. He's got himself in control. You know, it was a little bit shaky that last outing against the Mammoths.
Yep.
Two and one as that one is in the dirt. No problem. I'll just say we'll send it down to. So 2-1 here on Stevanovic. Stevanovic sends this one out into deep center. Berduris back at the wall and making the catch. Running into it. He's made a couple of those plays here tonight.
Yeah, Ronco's going to get a hold of one of these sooner or later.
That's going to end the inning. Logan Lee shuts down the Beavers in order once again. As we get to the fifth, we're going to stay on for you as we send it down to the field for some more mutton busting.
First State Bank is a locally owned and operated business. We're part of your community. At fsbcares.com, you'll find ways that we're making a difference by featuring locally owned and operated businesses, providing access to helpful financial resources, and engaging with community. fsbcares.com is part of our commitment to the neighborhood because strong neighbors mean stronger communities.
Where good neighbors do great things.
Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and discover the funner you hidden within you. The you that doesn't think about adult things and stuff. Ashley, I don't want to hear anything about your car registration when we're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
The you want to be Let the Dave & Buster's method illuminate you. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
Greg Loken and the Beavers get back to work. Still trailing by 1 to Utica. It's been a great night here at the ballpark. A lot of activities going on here. Country music night, rodeo night, mutton busting, and music over at the Michigan Schools and Government Soundstage by St. John Smith and his band. Providing some live entertainment, doing a fantastic job over there. They've been really phenomenal all night long, and it's good to have so much atmosphere here at the ballpark, and especially with the season winding down as Marcus Titiali flies one to Chase Rodriguez to start the 5th.
These batters on both teams are becoming very swing happy. I don't think we've seen a deep count in recent at-bats. They're all swinging, and most of them are flying out to center field.
And I like the aggressiveness by these guys, not holding back on the first pitch. Oh, they've been a little bit patient early on, trying to get a feel of what these guys are going to throw at them.
It's also putting pressure on the pitchers. They're going to want to look to locate a little bit better rather than just over the plate, knowing that these guys are going to swing early in the counts.
And for some of these guys, they've seen Lokinen a handful of times, maybe even more this season. You know, from late May till now, and you get a feel of what he's going to throw at you, and you make adjustments every game to try to get yourself ahead. This was grounded on the right side to Piotrowski. Easy throw over to Joe Burke, and 2 quick outs for Greg Lokinen.
Pitch count just reaching 70. If he can get this next batter out in Austin Ochoa, you would think that he would be sent out there for the 6th.
Yeah, he's trying to go out there as far as he can. Coach Dombrowski puts him out there. You know, if he goes around upper 90s, low 100, he does have the power to go 105, 110.
Mm-hmm. We've seen it.
After using a couple of arms last night, it's right back to Lokinen. Easy throw to Burke, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Exactly what the Beavers needed once again, as the Unicorns are sent down in order. Home half of the 5th we go. Rodeo night here at the ballpark at Jimmy John's Field. This is your home for USPBL baseball. We'll be right back.
Andy Appleby. I'm the owner and CEO of the USPBL. We're a 4-team league. We play at Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan. Tryon has a wealth of resources that we can tap into when unique HR issues arise, even including visa and immigration issues related to our players. Tryon has helped us to get our baseball season up and running every year and has made a difficult task much easier.
That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Fifth Third Bank. Yeah, it's a quirky name. But here's the thing. 5/3 equals 166.7%. So we put 166.7% into everything we do. Like automatically getting you your paycheck up to 2 days early. Giving you well-deserved extra time to avoid overdraft fees. And helping you borrow from your future self. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
Logan Lee gets back to work. Glad to have you with us, spending your Saturday night with us here on the USPBL Network, on YouTube and Facebook Live. It's been a great night for baseball. A 1-run lead for the Utica Unicorns over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. These two teams have always gone at it. It's been a really good matchup when these two teams have played. And both of these teams have won all of the championships. Unicorns with 5, Beavers with 3. As we're just 2 weeks away from championship Saturday. These Beavers trying to make some noise into the playoffs. Trying to do what the Unicorns did last year as the 4th seed. Make it all the way to the championship and win it all. Unicorns looking to continue their dynasty and try to bring home another title.
These other teams are going to have something to say about it, though. It's been too competitive.
Kaludis, on the 3rd pitch he sees, skies one out into center, right over to Sam Baduris.
We've seen a lot of fly balls here tonight, Alex. The humidity's got to be increasing, that we've seen the distance of the home runs that we've seen and the power, and every fly ball that's been hit has gone a little bit further than anticipated off the bat.
Yeah, they've been carrying out. We've seen 6 fly ball outs and the home run, so he got 7. As Will Coxon is up here facing Lee for the 3rd time through the order. Lee's pitch count's at 63, so not too bad. You like to see him go as far as he can. Jim Essien tried to not use his bullpen too much. No, the last game they played was on Tuesday, so they had some rest after last weekend, having to play 3 games in a row. Put them in a difficult spot as they were only able to win 1 out of those 3 games.
You just got to think that the lack of sleep and the excessive overuse of the bullpen just caught up to him now.
But they've been able to be rested after a few nights off. They know this final week is going to be crucial.
Also showcases some trust from their manager, knowing that they can go 6 innings or more.
Lee with the 2-2 on the ground, right over to Patrick Baggett. He throws it over to Cody Hanna for the 2nd out of the inning.
One shortstop grounds out to the other shortstop.
Now Blake Bean steps up 1 for 2 on the night. Got the game going with a home run. As we take a look at those sheep over in the Beavers bullpen for some mutton busting.
It's a fun night at the ballpark, Alex.
Like to be able to entertain the fans, coming out here, enjoying themselves on a Saturday night. All the theme nights that go into it, and they do a lot every single night. It's Bean sends this one way up in the air, but looks like, is it going to go out of play? Yes, it will. We've had a lot of great promotions. We had Classic Car Night on Wednesday, NASA Night Thursday. We got our last Sunday fun day of the year tomorrow.
And the main reason, great baseball.
Every game, for the most part, has been fun, competitive, a lot of close games we've seen. Just missed outside 2-1 with a breaking pitch.
That was a great take.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of games go down to the wire, some sudden death games, walk-off winners. It's been great for the fans to have come out here and support these guys. As that one, he gets a friendly call, a few inches off the plate with the fastball by Lee. Blake Bean doesn't like it. 2-2. And Lee thought that one was strike 3 on that 81-mile-per-hour pitch. That one just missed at the home plate umpire. It was borderline inside. Payoff pitch again, and he'll walk him.
That's a good eye by Bean. Definitely need to get on base here, being down 1 in the middle part of this game. With a hot hitting Pietrowski coming up. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was just a second walk allowed, and you got to be careful with Piotrowski coming up. And that ends 11 straight retired by Logan Lee after giving up that free pass to Blake Bean. Piotrowski, 1 for 2 on the night. Maybe we could do weathercraft. That one low, 1-0. And then probably the playoff draft bottom half. So 1-0 on Piotrowski. That one goes foul. Piotrowski flew out to right his last time up.
Let me ask you something, Alex. You think Blake Bean's going to take off over there at first base with two outs already in the inning?
And we've seen it before. Looking to get the sign from Dombrowski. Coach Dombrowski not giving him that time. Now, being down 1 run, only in the bottom of the 5th inning, you like to take your chances. If it doesn't pay out, you can move on from it. Goes after that pitch. Perfectly placed by Lee.
Maybe a hit and run would do sufficient for the Beavers with the hot hitting Piotrowski, just poking it out into the outfield, sending Bean over to third.
And with 2 outs, it doesn't matter. And now he'll step off the mound. And then Hilbrick is on deck waiting. 2 runs, 4 hits so far for the Unicorns. 1 run, 2 hits so far for the Beavers. 2-2 pitch coming, just got a piece of it off the glove of Kreisen.
We've seen the catchers taking a beating this season. More recently, in yesterday's ball game, both the Beavers and the Mammoths catchers both went down or getting hit with a foul ricochet, and it almost seemed like Ethan Kreisen could have been at the receiving end of another foul tick.
2-2, as that one's fouled away again. And we had Zach Beadle for the Mammoths. They had to leave the ball game. And then Hank Dotson came in and filled his spot, and then Tyler Shin last night for the Beavers. Well, you want to be able to just keep an eye on your guys, and Beadle was able to come off the field on his own power yesterday after that one he took last night.
Yeah, that was a great sign.
Bean was on the move as that one goes into the seats again. Piotrowski keeps on battling.
Just kind of like we were talking about, I just think that he wants to make sure that if Logan Lee's not going to check on him, knowing that one disengagement has already happened here in this at-bat, then he's going to be able to kind of sneak on over there to second base.
Twos are wild here. In the bottom of the 5th inning. Way outside, and the count has run full.
That's a great grab by Kreisen behind the dish, leaning off to his right side. If that gets by, runner in scoring position would not bode well for the Unicorns and their defense with some added pressure.
Bean will be on the move. And another foul ball.
Man, this is a battle.
Yeah, I like seeing what Piotrowski has done in this at-bat.
He's just not an easy out. We've touched on it multiple times so far in the broadcast. He's going to fight there at the plate. He's going to poke. He's going to foul things off. He's got a great eye.
Payoff pitch again, and you know what's coming, another foul ball. This is getting really lengthy here for Lee. His pitch count at 83 right now. No action in the bullpens yet. Lee will probably go at least one more inning before Coach Assian put someone in there. Pietrowski finds a hole in the left center, and this one's going to go all the way to the wall. Bean rounding third. He is going to score no problem, and we are tied up at 2.
No need for the hit and run. The 3-2 count pushes him going with 2 outs, and Pietrowski delivers with a double out in the left center gap, driving in Blake Bean. We got a ball game, Alex. 2-2.
A 2-out rally as we took a look at that last foul ball, and then he just found that hole right into left center. It was a long run for TT Alihi to get.
He just wore him down. Pietrowski wore him down in that at-bat, fouling off many tough pitches, staying alive, looking at the balls, and finally able to flip his bat head out there for an extra base hit.
Ray Hilbrick now will keep it going for the Beavers, trying to take the lead back. That was their first hit since Matt Pietrowski got that single into right after Blake Bean homered. And we're going to take a look at that double again. He just found that hole in the gap, and nobody was there. It was a long run for TT Alihi to get to. He was a few inches way over from that ball. Had to carry a lot of ground, and
he dunked it right out there. Rolled all the way to the wall. No guy was going to be able to cut that off, especially with the velocity that came off the bat.
So runner on second, 2 outs for the Beavers. Their 2-out rally has evened up this ball game. Matt Pietrowski once again. RBI number 19 for him on the season. And that was his 7th double on the season as well. 2s are wild again as Hilbrick fouls that one off.
More so this time with the tie game at 2.
Yeah, that's true. The thing that's off is the hits, though. But that would have been crazier. Both teams with 2 runs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Hilbrick on the ground. Good stop by Cody Hanna. Throws it over to Logan Lee. It's going to be close, and they got him. Really good play. Good recovery as Cody Hanna got on the baseball, threw it over to Logan Lee to get the out. But not before the Beavers tie it up. Matt Pietrowski's RBI double has made it a 2-2 game heading into the 6th. We'll be back after this here on the USPBL Network.
We're for people, the pioneers, the underdogs, the players, and the slow and steadies. We're for people, for who they are and who they could become. Yes, we're a bank, and some say our business is all about money, but that's an old idea. Because look past the money, and you'll see real human lives. We see it, because we're for people. Huntington, welcome.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
What are the odds that we're neighbors, where you've known each other our whole lives, and both tear the exact same things in this exact same knee?
So an ACL tear is an injury to the main stabilizing structure of the knee.
You want a good team around you, because then you know that what you're doing is going to help you in the long run.
My message to everyone who's helped me, thank you so much, because you guys helped me progress so much.
Also hearing it from a friend that's went through the exact same thing, I think sort of helps that know that there's a bright side at the end.
Let's take a look at our weather here tonight. 77 degrees, winds at the southeast at 4 miles an hour. The flags are standing still. The humidity's up at 61%. Mostly clear skies and no chance for rain in the forecast at all, as that one is a wild pitch by Loken. No, not officially, but it was go behind the backstop to start the inning.
Just released it a little bit too early.
It's going to be the part of the order, Weber, Demonstral, and Schmack in this 2-2 game now after Pietrowski's 2-out double has tied up this ball game. And
that was a game changer.
He just put a lot more pressure on Loken. He was just going to settle himself down now that the game is tied. You just really needed that. After the last few nights, they were struggling to get runs with runners in scoring position, especially Wednesday as Weber sends a fly ball into shallow left. Blake Bean is underneath it, and Weber's retired, one gone. Just got underneath that breaking ball.
Yeah, it looks like he just missed it. It's almost like he just kind of threw the bat head out there, was able to muscle it out.
Andre Demontraw comes in. The man out of Stony Creek High School. Takes a first pitch strike. We had the Rochester High School marching band perform the anthem. We had Rochester Adams High School a few days ago, last week. So those 3 public schools in the Rochester School District.
It's a good showcase for them.
Yeah, a lot of good talent up there we've seen. And did he go around? No, he did not. I didn't think so. Demontral's been really well since coming over in the first few weeks of the season. Had a walk-off hit, for his first hit in the league.
Mm-hmm.
That was back in early June, and it was just great to see as he takes that pitch, 2-2 on the curveball.
Yeah, he's a solid second baseman out there, partnered with Patrick Baggett.
2-2 pitch coming on the ground foul. And the middle infield duo has been strong through all 4 teams. Demonstral and Baggett, Pietrowski and Wilcoxon. And then you look at the Hoppers with Grant Stevenson and Bailey Martin. And then you got Kobe Seltzer and Dre Williams-Nelson for the Mammoths. You could take any duo any day. Because of how so similar they are.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we'll see the Hoppers and Mammoths tomorrow. That should be a fun game. We'll see how the Hoppers respond after that 3-0 loss. Carter Fitzpatrick threw 13 strikeouts, the most in a game in league history, tied for the most. And then Pierce Banks, it was a good pitcher's duel that on Thursday. And a nasty pitch by Loken to sit down Demontrol. Strikeout number 6 on the night.
He's settled in here tonight. Both pitchers have.
He's 5 away from 100. Pitch count at 84. Right back up to the screen.
I was ready to catch it, Alex. My hands are up. I'm ready.
Yeah, there's that huge netting and lawn. Had to go a little bit above it. It would be tough on our angle. But Loken, like I said, he's at 95 strikeouts on the year. Smack right into center field and sends it right over to Chase Rodriguez. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the 3rd straight inning for Greg Lokenen, as the Unicorns are down in order as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Still tied up at 2 here on the USPBL Network.
doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
Welcome back, everyone. It's been an exciting one here at Jimmy John's Field on rodeo night. 2-2 ball game. Couldn't have asked for anything better here, Dom, as both teams are winding down this season, this second to last weekend of the season. Both teams are ready for the playoffs that will start Thursday, September 5th here at Jimmy John's Field. Playoff tickets are on sale. The game between the 4 and the 3 seed will be on that Thursday the 5th. Then the winner of that game will play the 2 seed on Friday the 6th, and then the championship game Saturday, September 7th. All games will start at 6:30 here on the USPBL network. This is going to be Pablo Ruiz to start things off. Home half of the 6th here tonight at the ballpark. Logan Lee gets back to work, sends that one foul again. This will probably be his last inning because of the pitch count over 90. Besides a couple of blemishes, the home run by Bean and then that Pietrowski double, he's been locked in.
Oh, 100%. This has been a pitcher's duel here tonight.
Up high, 1-2.
And similar to what we said, it looks like, you know, they gave him the nod here for the 6th.
1-2 pitch coming. Ruiz sends one on the ground right over to Patrick Baggett. Makes a hard throw over to Cody Hanna. Excellent work by Patrick Baggett.
Just a beautiful play over there at shortstop by the captain of this Unicorn infield. Look at this strong throw.
Yeah, made that one a little high, but it got the job done. Joe Burke now, who's 0 for 1 on the night. Walk and a pop out for him. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, moving along. Much different game than last night. Right around this time, the Beavers were coming back from that 4-0 deficit against Westside, took the lead heading into the 7th inning, up 5-4, and then the wheels fell off in the 7th, where they allowed 8 runs in that inning, and then they scored 4 more in the 8th, and we reached a 2.5-hour rule at that point, and the game ended in the 8th inning. So hopefully things will be different this time around, as this one's popped up to Cody Hanna in foul territory.
Another fly out, another pop out. These batters are getting under both of these pitchers' pitches. I think we've seen more balls in the air than we've seen on the ground here today, Alex.
Yeah, not really much on the ground, as it's going to be Chase Rodriguez, who's 0 for 2 here tonight. He's done some work out in center, like we saw last night. We'll see if they can get a 2-out rally again after Kaludis and Wilcoxon both got out relatively early. And then Bean walked, and then Pietrowski doubled. One foul. Quickly 0-2 on Chase Rodriguez. Pitch count nearing 100 for Lee. This will probably be his last inning, but nonetheless, still a great night for Lee. 0-2 pitch coming. Rips one down the right field line. That one's going to go down fair on one hop over to Jared Weber. Rodriguez will hold at first for a 2-out base knock.
Yeah, Weber with that strong throw, getting it back into the infield quickly to keep him at first base. Rodriguez had some speed. He looked like he was about to run. But no, Burke, strong throw, keeping him at first base.
Had to do what you got to do there.
Especially with this close of a ball game.
Anko Stevanovic now takes a first pitch strike on a breaking ball. Right at 74. Upper middle part of the plate. Oh, 1 swings and misses.
100 pitches on the night for Logan Lee.
We do have action in the Unicorns bullpen. We'll see who that is warming up, as they'll come out for the 7th. Beavers trying to get somebody warmed up too, relatively loose. As we see down there, trying to get that player identified for you.
I think it was Danny Dens.
It was looking like it. 1 and 2. We'll see if he comes out. Yeah, he's a lefty. Yeah, I see the lefty warming up. Yeah, Danny Dens is warming up. He's the only lefty available for Unicorns. And so try to do a stolen base attempt, and they got him. They got Chase Rodriguez, caught stealing. Great job by Ethan Kreisen to throw out Rodriguez. Excellent work to end the inning. Let's take a look at this one more time before we go to break. Great throw, Demontrol with the tag on the money. That's going to end the inning. 7th inning we go. 2-2 game between the Unicorns and Beavers. It's been a fun one. You don't want to miss the finish of this, so stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
What are the odds that we're neighbors, we've known each other our whole lives, and both tear the exact same things in this exact same knee?
So an ACL tear is an injury to the main stabilizing structure of the knee.
You want a good team around you, because then you know that what you're doing is going to help you in the long run.
My message to everyone who's helped me, thank you so much, because you guys helped me progress so much.
Also hearing it from a friend that's went through the exact same thing, I think sort of helps that know that there's a bright side at the end.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at the steal attempt by Rodriguez. The throw was off the plate by Kreisen. Demontrol looked like the tag was a little late. As you see, Rodriguez got its hand on the base before the tag was applied.
Oh, 100%. It looked like the throw definitely beat him, but it looked like him reaching for that behind part of the bag might have been able to slip him in, but obviously it's a moot point now as we move forward.
Yeah, it was just maybe a different angle that the infield umpire saw. In real time. As you know, there's only 2 umpires compared to 4. So it's just a really different angle than having a guy at second base who would be much closer to the play. Your talk back. 2-0 count on Patrick Baggett. He'll be followed by Kreisen and Baduris this inning. No worries. Outside again, 3-0. Greg Lokinen, his pitch count's approaching 90 as we have action in the Beavers pen. That looks like Julian Pichardo warming up. Well, Baggett sends on the ground foul.
You got to think maybe if Luukkonen lets somebody on base, that's got to be the end of his day. Approaching 100 pitches.
Three-one pitch, way up in the air. On the right side of the infield, underneath it is Joe Burke for the out.
Alex, we are seeing a pitcher's duel.
Well, it's a good start here in this inning for the Beavers.
2 runs for both squads, 4 hits for both squads. Not a defensive blemish. This is a great ball game to see in the later parts of this game.
That's exactly what they needed here tonight after last night. As we look back in that 7th inning, it started out with a Dre Williams, Nelson ground out, and then Cedeno walked last night, and Jake Walker, Drew Fleming. Had 4 guys reach base in the game last night for the Mammoths, and then things went downhill for the Beavers.
Yeah, that 8-run 7th inning, followed by 4 additional in the 8th.
1-1 here on Ethan Kreisen. Sends that one foul. Right over to the Beavers dugout.
You can tell that they've settled in, though. This looks like a different Beaver team out there. I know that it hasn't even been 24 hours removed, but the defense is more pristine out there. They're making the plays they need to. They got their ace on the bump, and they got the hitting. The hitting's keeping them in the game.
Yeah, everything they needed to do here is Kreisen way deep into left, and that one is gone. A go-ahead home run for Ethan Kreisen, his 2nd on the season, and the Unicorns are back on top.
I might have spoken too soon, but Ethan Kreisen lean into that ball, big boy. 3-2 Unicorns.
That one 350 feet. Blake Bean was looking like he was trying to make an attempt to rob that one away, but that was a little bit too high for him, as you see on the replay. Great job by Ethan Kreisen, man. Always comes in every day with a smile on his face and puts everyone in a great mood, and great to see him come through there.
That's got to put him in a great mood.
Unicorns back in the lead now as Pichardo continues to warm up. We'll see how much longer John Dabrowski keeps Lokinen in the game. 5 strikeouts away from 100. Will not reach that milestone tonight, unfortunately, but he'll get one more strikeout here as he's 4 away.
Here comes Dombrowski.
We'll see if he gives up the baseball. With Marcus Titialii coming up, who's already done damage to him in the 3rd.
And that's not a bad performance by Greg. He can't hang his head low. He kept his team in the ball game.
Yeah, Greg Lokinen is going to come out of the game. Julian Pichardo is going to come in. A great night for Lokinen. But his team will have some work to do when they get back up to bat in the bottom half of the inning. But they still got to get one more out here with 2 outs in the 7th. 3-2 Unicorns thanks to the Ethan Kreisen home run. We'll be back after this.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, perseverance.
And we do.
We're fighting cancer with proton therapy.
And music therapy.
We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's and outsmarting blood clots in seconds.
Instead of days.
Because this is her time. His time, your time. And it's time to show we can. Corewell Health.
New pitcher on the bomb for the Unicorn. Here's for the Beavers, excuse me. Julian Pichardo trying to keep the score where it's at for the Beavers. A great performance for Greg Lokinen. Take a look at his numbers. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Lokinen is 4 strikeouts away from 100. He'll look to do that in his next start. The Beavers will play Thursday against the Unicorns again, and then on Friday against the Hoppers. So we'll see either Thursday or Friday, depending on what John Dabrowski draws up for his pitching staff next week on the rotation-wise. And he'll probably give him an extra day off just to get himself a little bit some rest.
Yeah, that's going to be really special. I mean, for a pitcher of his caliber who's, been dedicated to his craft for multiple years here in the USPBL. It's going to be nice for him to touch on 100. But now looking at Julian Pichardo coming into the game, he's got a 6.62 ERA entering the game, a 1.13 win-loss ratio, and he's making his 20th appearance.
So it's back to the top of the order. Marcus TTLE, Unicorns take the lead back. Ethan Kreisen coming through, home run number 2 on the season. And these used Unicorns have picked it up, hitting .220 as a team. They have now hit 20 home runs as a team, only having 10 just about a couple weeks ago. This is a team that was not relying on home run power, and they were still able to win ball games.
Yeah. They've been feisty at the plate. Always fighting in order to get, sneak out a win. But now they've got some home run power to their name.
1-1 pitch. It's a strike zone. 1-2. Pichardo has 4 pitches, uses a slider most often. He'll throw in a cutter, 2-seamer, and a changeup. One-two pitch coming. He goes there with that cutter piece that went down. 2-2.
This whole pitching staff for the Beavers can trust Ronco behind the plate. He's a wall back there. Even though that he did not deliver a swing on that pitch, he trusted Ronco by putting it down in the dirt, knowing that he'd block it.
2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Pichardo gets his job done, striking out TT Alihi to end the 7th, but not before the Unicorns take the lead back. Ethan Kreisen sends one out to left field for his 2nd bomb of the year to give the Unicorns a 3-2 lead as it's time for the Genesis Credit Union 7th inning stretch.
Make your move with a quick and easy mortgage from Genesis Credit Union. We have mortgages to fit your life. Genesis Credit Union. Visit us today.
Danny Dens is going to be coming into the ball game for Logan Lee after a great night on the mound for him. The lefty, Danny Dens, will look to keep it a 3-2 lead for the Utica Unicorns after Ethan Kreisen sent one over the left field fence off of Greg Lokinen to give the Unicorns the lead back. As we take a look at his numbers on the season, coming in with a 1-2 record, is making his 18th appearance on the season. Looking at the other numbers for him so far, he has thrown 21 innings, 39 strikeouts, 14 walks, 12 runs allowed, and an opposing batting average of 158. He did struggle a little bit on Sunday in that game against the Hoppers. He's looking to bounce back here as he'll face the part of the order for the Beavers. He'll face 8-9-1, Stevanovic, Kaludis, and Wilcoxon. And then maybe even the middle part of the order if they find ways to get on base. But Danny Dens, for the most part, has done his job this season.
Oh, for sure. Definitely a reliable arm, especially being the only lefty for this roster on the bump.
Dens, his pitches he'll throw out. You'll throw his cutter, slider, four-seamer, changeup, and sinker. So he has 5 pitches to his name. A lot he can use. Ranko Stevanovic leads off. He was up to bat when Chase Rodriguez was caught stealing second base. 0-for-2 night for Stevanovic. Oh, they did let up that 1 run, but they avoided last night's disaster, which is a good sign. I know we've mentioned that a lot, but it was just something that we were looking into coming into tonight's game and how they would respond from that game that got out of control.
Yeah, they're playing with grit. It's definitely nice to see a closer ball game.
1-1 count, 1 foul, 1-2 on Stevanovic.
This is Ronco's 6th at-bat this season against a lefty, and he's only collected 1 knock, hitting 200. So maybe a smart tactic to bring in the southpaw on the mound to start off this inning.
One, 2 on the ground. There'll be a lefty-lefty matchup with Kaludis on the on-deck circle. But you gotta like what Dens has done. There's been some hiccups here and there. It happens to everyone in this league. But they're able to find their ways after having a rough outing.
Yeah, it's a long season.
1-2, and he gets Stevanovic to go down swinging. Fastball right down Main Street at 93.
He just overpowered him with that fastball. Sure, maybe not the most pitch with a high velocity, but man, he locates it, especially if you play it off of a off-speed pitch just like that. Boom, that fastball looks 7 miles per hour faster than it actually comes in.
He did his job, and now faces the lefty Kaludis, who made that web gem of a play over at third to take away an RBI and a hit from Andre Demontraw.
Way back when, what was it, the first inning, right?
Yeah, it was the first inning of the game. The Unicorns had runners on. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 1.
Sound defense on both ends since the beginning of the ball game. But the Beavers looking to tie it up.
They'll get to that heart of the order relatively soon. inside ball 2. They went it with them at 87.
Shout out to the fans out on that lawn out there.
They're enjoying themselves. Good night here over at Rochester High School's band. Enjoying themselves here tonight. And we had a few bands this week. We had Grosse Pointe South on Wednesday. We had Fraser High School on Thursday.
It's been a busy week at the ballpark.
And then last week we had a 2-2. Kalutis goes down swinging. Second straight punch out for Dens.
He wins that lefty-lefty matchup as the lineup flips over.
You know, I mentioned last week, Rochester Adams, Cousino High School, Dakota High School. And there were a few other bands too, you know, throughout the month of August that have come through as well. But they've all done great. You know, they're all getting ready for the high school football season starting up on Thursday.
It's just hard to believe that summer's almost over. It's been a great summer here.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's going back to school relatively early. A lot of schools start this week. Some schools even went back late last week on August 15th, 16th. And then some schools starting up this week, and then everyone else the day after Labor Day.
Well, to the folks that have started school early, I hope that summer comes quick for you.
Now, some of these schools will get out in late May, first week of June. It just feels it goes by so quick, and then all the people in college going back up, you know, moving in, having that experience. It's that time of the year. Fall is just around the corner. You know, football around here, and college football starting up here today. You know, Michigan State will start next weekend, but there were a lot of good games. You know, Georgia Tech taking down Florida State in that game here today, as well. Coxon just got under this pitch right over to Cody Hanna, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Danny Dens. He did his job, holding on to the lead as we head to the 8th inning here on Rodeo Night. It's been a fun one here at the ballpark. Make sure you tune in for the finish of this one. We'll be back after this.
I'm Anthony Tomey, CEO of Tomey Group, and we're one of the largest Jimmy John franchisees in the country. With 50 Jimmy Johns and over 700 employees, it's a challenge to manage operations. What could possibly go wrong with owning 50 Jimmy Johns? People don't show up, equipment fail, run out of bread, no tomatoes, we need onions. Many different things can happen. Tryon allows us to really focus on the food and the operations of the restaurant.
And that's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Everyone has something that motivates them to do better. And for me, that's my daughter Shelby. I named Shelby Construction Services after her as a reminder to always run the company in a way that would make her proud. Our goal isn't just to get the job done, but to get it done right. And that means making sure every customer has a 5-star experience. I think how a company treats you is just as important as the finished product. My daughter wouldn't have it any other way.
Call 833-6-SHELBY. That's 833-6-SHELBY.
Take a look at the Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union soundstage. The band performed tonight. St. John Smith and his band have been phenomenal all season long, all night long. Oh, they've been out here a few times here at the ballpark. Every night they come out, give these fans a treat. All of them have been rock stars here tonight.
Yeah, you can see those fans right up front getting a real taste of what it sounds like, as well as the fans in the grandstand enjoying the music from, you know, a little bit of a safer distance for the eardrums.
Yeah, performing some country music, rodeo night. We've had mutton busting as well. We've had a lot of fun here, providing all the entertainment here with the promotions and theme nights throughout the course of the season, bringing fans and the community together.
As Brett Irwin enters the game for the Beavers.
Yeah, Irwin pitched on Wednesday against the Hoppers, where he got pulled out of the game early. He let up 5 runs early on. Noah Marcoux went deep off of him. On 3 days rest, he only pitched 57 pitches, obviously, but you think you would try to rest his arm a little bit heading into next week. They'll have a non-public game right before their game on Thursday. So you want to be able to have your guys rested and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Especially playing 3 games in 4 nights.
Yeah, as we just saw, Ronco needed a second to catch his breath after that ricochet catching the catcher. He's a wall back there, man, like I said, but sometimes walls can take a beating.
And swing and a miss goes down Coney Hanna. Good job by Brett Irwin. We got the first guy out here this inning.
Looking for some redemption, especially after the last outing he had, as you just described, Alex.
Yeah, so Pachardo only faced 1 batter, which was TT Ali'i.
It's a good day at work.
Yeah. So now Ochoa will step in. Ochoa 2 for 3 on the night with a couple of singles. With fastball there, 1-1.
He's also another one of those hitters for the Unicorns that have seen his average climb.
Yeah, very smart guy at the plate. And that's what you got to have in this league, is having plate discipline. People who hit for power, you see a lot of these guys, they try to swing for the fences, try to do too much. But we have guys in this league that have been really phenomenal at being disciplined at the plate and knowing the situation at hand. As we got time called, as Stevanovic needs a second. As we have guys like Noah Marcoux, a guy who has a lot of power, but his average is over 300 because he doesn't go after pitches.
Exactly.
Fox Liam is another guy too. At the beginning of the year, he was able to get on base, but his average was low. But he's worked on improving that, and he's hitting almost 300. We have guys like Austin Ochoa, Jared Weber, Matt Piotrowski is really disciplined, even though he has a lot of power. Chase Rodriguez, too, as Ochoa lines one right to Will Coxon for out number 2.
Ronco's been hit twice in this inning, and the next pitch after he's been hit, he's recorded an out. I'm not saying it's a trend, but if it happens one more time.
Now it's Jared Weber's turn. Quiet night for him. 0 for 2 on the night. Swings to the first pitch. Takes a hop into left.
Well, there goes that theory. I'm sure Ronco's okay with not being hit by a foul ball. And
is able to stay in the ball game. As we take a look at the replay on Weber's single, it just took a hop over Kaludis. It was a fastball in the low part of the zone. It was a chopper out of the reach. And we've seen that infield take a little bit of funny hops over the course of the season.
I think that was a for sure single, though. Too far of a gap between the shortstop and the third baseman, and he found exactly where he needed to put it to deposit it into left field.
Demetrol had a sac fly. We'll go back over to first base, and he just got back in there. Jared Weber.
Ronco with that fast back pick. He's trying to catch him sleeping over there at first base.
Yeah, fans, taking a video of this next pitch right here. Trying to create a memory. Demetrol takes a strike on the fastball. Weber only has 3 steals on the season.
Yeah, definitely not a threat on the base paths. But if you're not going to pay attention to him.
Oh, there he goes. Highs the throw, not in time. And there's steal number 4.
Exactly what we're saying. Other than that back pick by Ronco, the pitcher did not look over. He's going to take it.
And all you need is get someone through either hole on either side, and you got yourself some extra cushion as he takes a fastball right at the low inside corner. Full count here as Brett Irwin takes a look and gets a sign from Savanovic. Kyle Schmack would be next. Payoff pitch, and caught him on strikes. Caught looking is Andre Demontrol. Brett Irwin leaves a runner in scoring position and keeps it a 1-run game. Off to the home half of the 8th. We'll be back as the Beavers looking to tie it up here on the USPBL Network.
The Dave & Buster's method is designed to help you unlearn adulthood and discover the funner you hidden within you. The you that doesn't think about adult things and stuff. Ashley, I don't want to hear anything about your car registration when we're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
The you want to be. Let the Dave & Buster's method illuminate you. Begin the method today with 5 free games. You know you want to.
Fifth Third Extra Time helps you do you better. So kick back and relax. You have extra time to avoid overdraft fees. Fifth Third Extra Time. This is banking a Fifth Third better.
We're the financial champion of Michiganders. Whether you're a goal getter or dream chaser, an empty nester, or up-and-comer, anyone in Michigan can bank with us. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
It's almost playoff time, everyone, and the USPBL playoff tickets are on sale now. Playoffs start Thursday, September 5th, with the quarterfinal game between the 4 seed and the 3 seed. Then Friday, September 6th will be the semifinal game between the winner of Thursday's game and the 2 seed, and then the championship game will be on Saturday, September 7th. All games will start at 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets today at uspbl.com/tickets. Denny Dens is out for his 2nd inning of work at a 1-2-3 inning, but will face the most difficult part of the order: Blake Bean, Matt Piotrowski, and Ray Hilbrick.
The dangerous 2-3-4 hitters trying to fight back, climb back into this ball game, tie it up here in the late innings.
Off-speed pitch for a strike, and that slider by Dens. Blake Bean does have a homer. That was way back in the 1st inning. Oh, 1. Just low and outside. Went back with the same pitch.
Yeah, the Beavers are looking for Bean to kind of spark a rally here. Get the leadoff man on, knowing that Piotrowski and Hilbrick can hopefully move him over into scoring position and drive him in.
Now the 1-1. Right down the middle, 1 and 2.
Lefty, though, matchups are very difficult, more so on the hitter, especially if he kind of yanks a pitch toward the further side of the plate.
We'll see what he does here on the 1-2. Takes a long look. Goes on the first base side of the rubber, and that one looked like a perfect pitch. Was in the top middle part of the zone. On our stat cam, it looked like a strike, but not so, said the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I got some groans from the Unicorn fans in the grandstands behind home plate here, just outside of our broadcast booth. They also thought that was strike 3.
2-2 pitch coming. Floats one up into left center. long run going to be caught. Great job by Sam Baduras to track that down.
That's good communication definitely out there. Both Titi Ali'i and Baduras were going for that ball, but the center fielder has full range and control of his outfield as we get another look of Baduras getting a near perfect jump running down this baseball.
Yeah, looking at that one more time, looked like it might have dropped in maybe, but Baduras stops any chance of that. But now brings up Matt Piotrowski. Swings to the first pitch, chopped foul. 2 for 3 night for him. Had that RBI double that tied the game up at 2 back of the 5th in that 2-out rally they had. Haven't had the lead since the first inning. So far, the difference maker, Ethan Kreisen. It was a good night for Logan Lee. Wanted to mention that the outing he had as he went through 6 innings. Only had a couple of strikeouts. He did give up that RBI double and that home run. But he had a good night as well. No, we mentioned Logan in early on, but Logan Lee gives some credit too.
Yeah, he's kept the Corns in the ballgame. Enough so to have the lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
1-2 pitch as Piotrowski drops one into right center. 1-out single, and he has a 3-hit night. He continues to impress me.
And he's seeing that ball like a beach ball. My goodness. Anywhere that the pitch is being thrown to this guy, he is finding a way to poke it out there.
As you take a look at the graphic, that's the 5th hit for the Beavers tonight. They had double-digit hits last night. Despite the outcome of the game. But it's a different night here tonight. It's just really good to see how teams respond from that. Because after a game like that, you get really down on yourself. And it was not like it was the Mammoths were running away early. They did have the 4-0 lead, yes. But it wasn't like they were trailing by 8-9 runs in the 3rd or 4th inning. And they were just chipping their way back late after the Mammoths put everything to rest.
Yeah.
Colucci's warming up with a bullpen for the Unicorns. We'll probably see him in the 9th or maybe earlier if Dens gets into some trouble.
I still think that this lefty-lefty matchup is favorable for Dens on the mound. He's already retired one.
2-1 pitch. Swings and misses. Really good pitch by Dens. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hilbrick. Beavers looking for the equalizer. Just looking to get everyone on base. It's a throw back over to Piotrowski as he stands up safely. Dens takes a long look. He's pitching from the stretch on the first base side of rubber. Takes a look over at Piotrowski. Now sets and fires. And he catches Hilbrick looking. Might have been an inch off the plate as Hilbrick shakes his head. He doesn't like the call.
No, he had some words with the home plate umpire. And the home plate umpire just kind of shook his head. It's like it was there in his eyes. And at the end of the day, he gets the final say.
That's the 3rd punch out of the night for Danny Dens as he faces Pablo Ruiz. Looking to keep it going for Joe Burke. Ruiz rips one into left on a line, sliding and making the catch. Marcus Titi Ali takes away a game-tying double from Ruiz.
He's getting it done offensively and defensively. Beautiful sliding play. Gold Glove-like.
keeps it a 1-run lead for the Unicorns as we head to the 9th. We'll be back after this here on the USPBL Network.
We build roads, bridges, wind farms, and pipelines, schools to skyscrapers. Our members create monuments. We operate. We're the operators and mechanics behind the advanced heavy machines that move Michigan forward. We maintain boilers and HVAC. Our members run the complex heating and cooling systems that we all depend on. Our training is second to none, and safety is our priority. We are Operating Engineers 324, and we keep Michigan running.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start at mortgagematchup.com. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's easier and more affordable is to find a local home loan expert first. Go to mortgagematchup.com today.
Top 9 we go here at Jimmy John's Field. 3-2 lead for the Unicorns over the Beavers. It's been a fun one here tonight. Alex Johnson and Don Manchella with you on the call, and we will be with you tomorrow for our last Sunday fun day of the year. The Hoppers and Mammoths rematching from that pitcher's duel from Thursday night. That game will start at 1:05 on the USPBL Network. The pregame show will start at 12:45. So make sure to tune in for that. We'll have another good game tomorrow between those two squads. On upstairs 1-1.
I'm looking forward to it, Alex. This is only my second time in the booth, and I've only ever covered Unicorns versus Beavers.
It's been a lot of fun. All the work that you've done here tonight behind the scenes. Don Manchella has been in charge of the graphics for the majority of the season. There's a lot of stuff with the camera work, setting up of that. And you do a lot of work with the interns. Every one of you has done great at keeping the operations really well. It looked like the fan here got some autographs on a scorecard. Jared Weber. That one finds a hole past Will Coxon off the bat of Kyle Schmack. Leadoff single here in the 9th.
Pun definitely intended. Kyle smacked that.
Yeah, he did. It was a 93-mile-per-hour fastball at his knees. Now Patrick Baggett, 0 for 3 night for him. Hitting from the left side now, the only switch hitter in the league, with the righty Irwin on the mound.
Now, he's a talented ball player. Being able to learn how to hit on one side of the play is impressive enough, and this guy can just flip from one end to the other. Professional baseball player here, Patrick Baggett.
We don't see many guys, as that one goes foul, many guys that are switch hitters anymore. I know there's also been guys that are two-way players. We've seen it with being both a pitcher and a hitter. We've seen that a lot with the college ball days.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get to the minor leagues and the major league level, they try to stick you in one way or the other for the most part. I know there's been some rarities here and there, but that one swung on a miss at the top part of the zone by Patrick Baggett.
Maybe one day we'll see a two-way player here in the USPBL.
We'll see what can happen here. Swings and misses again. Brett Irwin, top part of the strike zone.
Just not a good day at the plate here today for Patrick Baggett.
One out for Kreisen, who took Locaden deep his last time up.
Man, did he ever.
Over that left field fence for the go-ahead home run in the 7th. Need insurance here if you're Utica. As that went off the top of the netting, fans were ready to go after that one.
So was I.
And it looks like there's a ball that on the ground here. There was one that was stuck a few nights ago.
You're right. I totally forgot about that.
Sometimes it does get stuck in the netting. A fan was trying to get to us. Kreisen, this one's going to stay in the yard this time. Underneath of this Blake Bean, no problem. Got underneath that one on that fastball.
Great swing, though. Coming into this season, Ethan Kreisen a little bit late to the party for joining the Unicorns, but collecting his second home run of the year, he's been turning it up at the plate recently.
It's been fun to see, especially with his brother Ben on the team.
That's just got to ease both of them. Just like playing catch in the backyard.
It's just been really fun to see. We saw that earlier on in the season with the Hoppers, with Grant Stevenson at short, Luke Stevenson behind the dish. So quickly 0-2 on Sam Baduris upstairs, 1-2. 7 hits and 3 runs for the Unicorns, 5 hits, 2 runs for the Beavers.
Big old goose eggs in that air column.
0-2, and Baduris goes way after that pitch. Brett Irwin gets the job done, strands the leadoff base runner Schmack. But now it's up to the Beavers to respond with their final 3 outs. Trailing by 1, they'll have Burke, Rodriguez, and Stevanovic when we come back for the bottom of the 9th. We'll be back here on the USPBL Network. Don't go anywhere.
With a transforming world, we can see how drastically the world is heading towards automation. And so, we need 24/7 surveillance and security systems for our homes and businesses to avoid any theft or breach of privacy. JARBCOM brings the installation of security cameras to the tip of your fingers with our state-of-the-art mobile app. JARBCOM also provides surveillance monitoring of your entire property with flexible options that offer a dependable solution to be scaled to fit any domestic or commercial need. Contact JARBCOM today for a free estimate at 800-369-0374 or look us up on the web at jarbcom.com.
Check your checking. If your account doesn't get you pumped, amped, or geeked, make the switch to Genius Checking from Genesis Credit Union. It's just genius.
You know, they say, losing hope, that's the real disaster. Last year, Tropical Storm Fred sent a devastating wall of water and debris down this river. And when the waters receded, Belfour was here. Not just to rebuild, but to help restore the life of this community. Belfour, restoring more than property.
Last call for the Beavers. Bottom of the 9th we go. They'll face Matt Colucci on the bump. As it's going to be an important inning. 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Beavers. Joe Burke, Chase Rodriguez, and Ronko Stevanovic. Colucci looking to slam the door on this one. Colucci standing at 6'2", 205 from Amherst, New York. Has been a reliable pitcher all season long for the Unicorns. Take a look at his numbers, making his 27th appearance on the season, second most on the team. 39 and a third innings pitched, 43 strikeouts, 12 walks, and a 2.06 ERA.
He's a reliable arm, especially if Kreisen is not available to shut out the game here tonight.
He's looking for his second save on the season. But the Beavers looking to do everything they can here. You remember last weekend, the Beavers able to come back with 2 outs in the 9th. The RBI double by Pablo Ruiz to force sudden death. The Beavers have Christian Ortega and Tyler Shin available on the bench. One on the ground. Sliding there is Patrick Baggett. The throw over. Was he on the bag? No, they're going to say he went off. His foot did not stay on the bag. That was an incredible play by Patrick Baggett, though. Got to give him credit from sliding down the backhanded throw. Hannah unable to keep the foot on there, and it's going to be an infield single.
Wow. I'm speechless. I am 100% speechless. Just a beautiful sliding stop, and even to make, with his body going the other way, to make a strong enough throw to even make that close. If his foot was on first base, that's an out right there, Alex.
Check swing, and he did go around. Still incredible job by Baggett. That was really difficult for being on the grass, and to make that throw. Looked like Hannah maybe had his foot on the bag, but it came off when he got a grip of it on the glove. But you'll take it if you're the Beavers. Dancing around is Burke. Rodriguez.
Burke's trying to get in the head of Colucci. He's not being held close over at first base, or at all.
2-1, called strike, and Burke is just going to go to second base.
I believe they call that a balk.
And it's still 2-1, not 2-2. I was like, Burke, they're not going to try to throw him out there. And assistant coach Pat Adams wants a word with the infield umpire. And this is a huge call late in the game.
I don't know if you caught it on your screen, but after that pitch was thrown, the field umpire did point at Burke and pointed him towards second base, as we can try and get a better look here.
Yeah, let's see what caused that. Because Burke was just dancing his way through. The pitch was thrown.
Right there. Boom. Pointed him right on over the second base.
You know, takes a double play ball out of the equation. Now the tying run is in scoring position. Swinging and missing is Rodriguez. Now it's 2-2. That last pitch was waved off because of the balk. Well, now we'll see if the Beavers respond here. Just outside ball 3. Very close. About an inch or so off the plate.
All the umpires here in the stands thought that was strike 3.
Colucci needs to get this out here. And he does. Got him off speed at 85 with that slider to sit down Rodriguez for a huge out.
Yeah, he did not look comfortable with that swing whatsoever, Alex. It looks like it just had so much movement. He didn't even know what to do other than just throw the head of the bat out there, and unfortunately swing and miss for strike 3.
Still only the first out. You got Rocco Stevanovic coming up to the plate. First pitch, tad high for a ball. We'll see. Looks like I saw Kaludis picking up a bat. Ortega is available. We know the power he has, but we haven't seen him come out of the dugout. So I assume it will be Kaludis batting next.
Yeah, and some of the guys during BP, even on the bench in Ortega, he was swinging that bat really, really well. I know that he didn't have the best game yesterday, but he's always a dangerous arm and a dangerous bat.
Oh, so close. Low inside corner. Colucci thought he had him for strike 2. Burke stands at second base after the balk. Only 1 out in the bottom of the 9th for the Beavers. Swings and misses outside. Savanovic knew it. Yeah, he understood his mistake. He knew that was ball 3. But has a chance to redeem himself here. Just get something on the ground and move Burke to third. 2-2 pitch, tap foul.
Staying alive. It's important for these Beavers. They're looking to end this losing streak and looking to find a hole to score that base runner from second base. See if Ronco can do it here, or is Colucci going to win this battle?
They've lost 3 in a row. Trying to snap it here. This one on the ground to Demontrol, bobbled. The throw, not in time. It bobbled out of the glove of Andre Demontrol, and then the throw to Hannah couldn't get it into his glove. Let's see how they record it. It could go either way. I don't see an error on the board.
I think they might have just called it a hit, and maybe he was bobbling it on the transfer from the glove to the hand.
So runners on the corners, 1 out for Vasily Kaludis. 0 for 3 tonight, but looking to tie the game. Takes a big swing and miss.
Kaludis is going to look to deposit this baseball somewhere into the outfield, hopefully all the way to the wall, in hopes for the tying run and the winning run being on base with 1 away.
Colucci gets sets and throws in the dirt. Good stop by Kreisen. As we take a look at this here again, Dom, it was right back off the mound. Demontrol, it took a hop, able to get it into his backhand. The throw was off target to Hannah, as he would have been safe anyway with Stevanovic, as it's now 2-1 on Kaludis.
It almost just seemed like he was passing the ball from his glove to his hand, and then it just, while moving, that's a tough play. Even if he feels that cleanly, I don't think that he would have been able to make that play at first.
Way inside. And did that hit him? Kaludis dropped the bat. He wants a word. And now they're going to discuss it here to see if he was hit.
I can understand wanting to, load the bases in this situation, but also Kaludis, you would think that he would go up there wanting to be the guy to drive in that run, right? Wouldn't you think so?
Yeah, I understand the situation, all thinking he got hit, but he's going to continue this at bat.
This is his chance to play hero. I don't think it's a good idea to take the bat out of this guy's hand.
He's ahead in the count, 3-1. Kaludis is going to be forced to throw a strike, so he's going to get something good here. 3-1 pitch on the way. Broken bat, look out, but it's foul. It was going back over to Colucci. And that's the reason why he wanted to take his base.
There you go. Yeah, you proved me wrong.
I'm just saying that I'm just saying that just for a joke. So I know it just, I talk with Kaludis. He's the guy that also helps out around here at the ballpark, and he's been happy being here. He does have a home run on the season, 7 RBIs. Has done well here in a short time here in the USPBL, and be great for him to come through here to tie the ball game. You got Burke at third. You got Savanovic at first. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Beavers trailing by 1. It's going to be a disengagement as Colucci steps off the mound. Unicorns looking for a double play to end the game. Payoff pitch coming. On the ground, first base side foul.
It's been the battle that we've seen throughout this entire game, even down to this at-bat. Beavers and Unicorns hitters have been fighting at the plate. It's going to be an exciting finish here.
Payoff pitch again, and it hit him. It would have been ball 4 anyway. Now the bases are loaded for Ben Wilcoxon. They'll look to get the out at home first if they don't have time to turn 2. Wilcoxon just trying to send one into the outfield to win the ball game. Trying to be the hero here for the Beavers. And looking to get the lead back and snap their 3-game losing skid and make a statement win after last night's loss. Only 1 out. Piotrowski would be next. On the ground, softly, right over to Baggett. Over the 1, relay, in time, double play.
What a way to end this ball game.
And the Unicorns grind it out and get a huge win to be 1 game back from the Woolly Mammoths for first place. 6-4-3 double play to end the ball game. What a phenomenal game here tonight, Dom. The Unicorns hold on as the Beavers threaten with the bases loaded and do not score.
We touched on the Unicorns' middle infield earlier today. Baggett with the glove flip to Demetral. Demetral with the perfect throw over to the first baseman in the nice stretch. We had a great ball game here today. Seeing the Utica Unicorns moving even closer to first place here in the USPBL standings.
Yeah, just a really great win for the Unicorns. Wilcoxon just hit that one softly. I thought maybe with his speed, he was going to beat out that throw, and the game at least would have been tied at that point for Matt Piotrowski to come up. And you know what he was probably going to do. It was good that they didn't have to face him in that situation, able to get the job done. The Unicorns improved to 23-19, 1 game back of first place for the Mammoths after that win here tonight. A huge win for the Unicorns. And then for the Beavers, dropping to 15-25 in their 4th straight loss. Looking like they were going to turn the page after last night's disaster. The game went down out of control, but they came back here tonight playing a more competitive game, had the bases loaded, but couldn't come through with that huge hit late.
Yeah, you know, maybe they got to walk away with this, keeping their head high, even though they did not record a W. It was a much closer game than what we saw yesterday versus another top team in the league. They fought tooth and nail with the Utica Unicorns, and the Utica Unicorns making that beautiful double play started by Patrick Baggett.
Let's go out to turn it here. The 6-4-3 double play from Baggett to Demetral to Hanna to seal the game for the Unicorns. Ethan Kreisen got the go-ahead homer in the 7th. Some other names I want to mention here before we wrap up here on the broadcast. Marcus TTLE with that huge blast to left center field over to Chevrolet Pavilion. And then Blake Bean and Matt Piotrowski were the heroes offensively for the Beavers. And the pitching was strong too. Greg Lokinen for the Beavers and Logan Lee for the Unicorns.
It was a great game, all in all. Piotrowski continues to swing a hot stick at the plate. Great defense that we've seen. It was a real professional ball game here today, and I think that everyone here in the fans is excited to see that.
And take a look at our next game, Don. It was a fun one here calling the game with you. We'll be back here tomorrow for Hoppers and Mammoths beginning at 1:05 p.m. That's the first pitch. We'll have our 12:45 p.m. pregame show on the USPBL network on YouTube and Facebook Live. tomorrow should be a fun game too, Dom.
Oh, I'm looking so forward to it. Being able to see the West Side Woolly Mammoths and the East Side Diamond Hoppers play from the broadcast booth instead of being behind the graphics computer. I'm looking very forward to it. It's going to be a fun one here tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight, here on Rodeo Night, on this Saturday night here at Jimmy John's Field on the USPBL Network. Our final score, the Utica Unicorns prevail with a 3-2 win over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. On behalf of everyone here at the USPBL Network, on behalf of my broadcast partner tonight, Dominic Menchoa, I'm Alex Johnson. Thank you for tuning into tonight's game, and we'll see you tomorrow for our final Sunday fun day of the year between the East Side Diamond Hoppers and the West Side Woolly Mammoths, with first pitch at 1:05 and the pregame at 12:45 right here on the USPBL Network. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
If I hit a home run, then you know what's going out of the park. Yeah, bases loaded, we ain't letting up. Scoring back to back, you can count it up. United we stand together, divided we fall. Ain't no turning back, we done came too far to turn around and have a seat now. We don't compare, cause we unicorn. Illuminate the dark with my uniform. Every time you see me stand up and salute me. It ain't no competition, not even from you. If I hit a home run, then you know what's going out of the park. Yeah, bases loaded, we ain't letting up. Scoring back to back, you can count it up. United we stand together, divided we fall. Ain't no turning back, we done came too far to turn around and have a seat now. We don't compare.